Machinde, Nakawa, all have been set aside, and all the polling agents, the polling assistants or the returning officers are just ready to take up their positions. As we speak right now, the results are being brought in quietly, calmly, accompanied by security, some other election stakeholders. We are just waiting for the rest of the people to take up their positions. Here, no single candidate has surfaced. I don't know what is happening, but what I can tell you is that no single candidate has arrived here, not even the agents. So that means that maybe the exercise might a bit start at on a later time, because we haven't yet know what is going to happen. But what I can tell you is that the returning officer of Kampala district, that is Muhasa Rashid, has taken position. So we are all here just waiting for what will happen in the few hours from now. The DJ has just given us the good preamble, has given us a very good selection, very good music that is trying to keep the temperature and the moods calm. Because emotions in Kampala have been really a heated one. Because Kampala is one of the hotspots that has had heated campaigns, and the exercise has really shown that it has been a neck-to-neck competition. So that is what I can tell you, and that is what is happening right now. We can only see white chairs. Most of the stakeholders haven't yet taken position. So we are waiting. That's what we are all here for. We are waiting to see what happens next. I have only known that the returning officer of Kampala district, Muhasa Rashid, has already taken his seat and is also waiting as the results chop in slowly by slowly. So that is what is happening here, Sharon. We shall be updating you of maybe any new developments with time, but that is what is happening right now. So thank you very much, Sharon.
Welcome back from that. You're still watching UBC TV Inspiring Uganda, live from the Now Avenue, with us with a night for accuracy, patience, and verified information coming in from the EC Telecenter, but also from our reporters who are across the country. Actually, right now we're going to hear from Crispus Adenitwe, who is from Kano. A very good evening, Crispus. What does the atmosphere look like tonight?
Thank you so much, Sharon Chomisha. Dear viewer and listener, I'm coming to you live from Kanungu district, specifically at the district headquarters, where the district returning officer, Mkundane David, has already started reading some of the presidential election results which are coming in. Specifically, he has given us results from Katete sub-county, all of them are already in the results from the 14 polling stations. And candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, he has taken the lead in all the polling stations, followed by candidate Sentamu Robert Shagulanyi. So if I open for you, Kanungu district has got 2 counties, that is Chinchizi East and Chinchizi West. And for Chinchizi East, we are having the incumbent member of parliament, that is the Minister for ICT and the National Guidance, Dr. Chris Wariomonsi, is standing as the NRM flag bearer against the current LCPS chairperson, Mr. Sam Nigel Kajojo. So some of the preliminary results coming from the polling stations, which I was able to visit today, they indicate another lead for the Minister for ICT, that is Dr. Chris Wariomonsi. And so generally, there are 2 main rivals for this spot. That is Mr. Sam Kajojo and Dr. Chris Wariomonsi. Then for Chinchizi West, we are having the incumbent member of parliament, that is Mr. James Kaberuka. James Kaberuka, also preliminary results coming from there indicate that he's in an early lead. His main rival is the retired senior police, Lieutenant of Police John Ndungute, who is coming on an independent ticket. And then for the district member of parliament, we are having the incumbent Ministry of Patience Uganda. In fact, she is the current NRM woman. She's the current district member of parliament for Kanungu district. She's standing as an independent candidate. She lost in the NRM flag bearer election. The one who has the flag is Namara Betty. So preliminary results coming in also indicate that Namara Betty is in an early lead in most of the polling stations. I was able to compile results from. So painting for the picture from Kanungu district. Today I can authoritatively say that there was no use of the next voter verification kit. They totally failed. The voters stand up early in the morning to come and vote. And I must also commend that these people actually turned up early to vote this morning. The polling officials were already set. They were already there actually by 7 a.m. Actually the polling station was already open for casting of the for casting the votes. And when they started using the kit, they didn't work. In fact, one polling official, when she was trying to scan her ID, that's when the thing jammed. And therefore, since we already know that it was mandatory, it was supposed to be used as a mandatory requirement before people start casting their vote, they had to first wait for an instruction from the district returning officer, Mr. Mukundane David. Until when an instruction was given, then they had now to resort to using voters register. So confirmed is that today people had to use voters register. They failed in this whole of Kanungu district. So there was also one incident which happened at Kanyanja Catholic Church, where the Minister for ICT and National Guidance, where he was casting his vote from. What happened? There was deployment of army officers. Contrary, because the law says that you're supposed to deploy army at the polling station if the police constables have been overwhelmed. But what happened, the minister, he told there some army officers, and this was not supposed to be the case. They were not supposed to be there. He asked them, who has deployed you? People were actually casting their votes peacefully, and the scuff actually erupted from there. And the accusation is his main rival, that is Sam Nigel Kajojo, the accusation is that he don't know how actually he sent his car, having some army officers intimidate the voters. That's what happened. So a couple erupted from the polling station, calls were made, people actually even had the threat, even they also said they didn't send the tire for the car because these army officers, they came there being called. They didn't have official call from the police constables, maybe that they are being overwhelmed at the polling station. So it was not a nice incident until when they had to move away after they depleted the car tire, the tires of the car. They had come in, they had to go walking back. The people at the polling station actually were they had become chaotic enough, they were ready to do anything.
Christoph, actually, just to interject, we had a situation like that happen in Leda City. We just talked to Eddie Olwa, our reporter, and he highlighted how, Betty Among had an issue like that, or something that seemed like she was trying to campaign, yet you're no longer allowed to campaign. And they were her and her husband were driven back to their home, not under house arrest, but they were driven back and asked to stay home until the process came to an end. Did anything happen, or were there any repercussions to this gentleman that you're highlighting who had security, who had the army officers or soldiers involved?
Now, what happened, this gentleman I'm talking about, he's the main rival for Minister Chris Banyumuzi. So, accusations are that he deployed army officers using his own car at the polling station of Minister Chris Banyumuzi. That is at Kayanja Catholic Church. So when Minister Banyumuzi realized that the deployment had been done by his main rival, of course, people constantly say that why are these armed officers here? We have already police constables here. Why are they intimidating us? People had guns there. So the scuffle was actually, it was not a nice thing for people who were there. The voters had also actually gotten up in arms, ready to actually chase them away and to fight back until when the armed officers actually went after Minister intervened and asked them who has deployed you, can you go back? It was not a nice incident. They went back, their car remained, and it was taken after, and that is towards the end of the polls. But by and large, after that,
my question, actually, my next question. If it's does then this race sort of seem like it's really between the rival and Chris Banyumuzi? And how do those preliminary results look like, or how did they look like?
Yes. So, this was actually what happened. Minister Chris Banyumuzi, after arriving at the polling station, he found their armed officers deployed. That it was not that maybe they are being called to be deployed there. So it's like there was an underhand behind this deployment. Because the police constables who were already there, they were already guarding the place securely well. The voters were already casting their votes peacefully. So Minister Chris Banyumuzi, after arriving, he asked, who deployed you? Are these people overwhelmed, the police constables who are here? Are they overwhelmed that they need your deployment? And who gave you instructions? That's how the scuffle started.
I understand that, Christopher, but I'm asking, my question is, does the race sort of look like these two candidates are at loggerheads because their results look like, the competition is really the two of them? And what do those results look like? Is it really not necessarily a tie, but does it look like it's these two candidates that are standing out in the community?
Yeah, for Chichis East, these are the two main contenders for Chichis. That is the Minister Chris and the Minister Sam Kadozo. So, and here, what started up the incident is that the rival of Minister Chris deployed army officers at the polling station where Minister Chris where he's about to cast his vote from. This is his polling station where he cast his vote today. that's where the scuffle actually, that's how the scuffle began. These are the two main rivals for Chinchizi.
Okay, for Chinchizi is what do those, by the time the polls were closed, and the vote counting now was taking place before they were sent to the National Tally Center in Luoa. What did that look like? Was it a tie? Is Chris Badimosi ahead of Kajojo? What's happening?
Yeah. Okay. So after that scuffle, Minister Chris Badimosi intervened and the situation was put under control. The army officers they had to go. The police constables remained actually managing the security as people actually finished the voting process. So at the end of the day, when the results, how the results looked like at the end of the polling, we had Minister Chris Badimosi garnering 223 votes. Then Mr. Sam Kajojo got 10 votes. We had the Karunji Ruth garnering 5 votes. Then we had 2 invalid votes. And this polling station has got 298 voters. So Mr. Badimosi had 223 votes. Then Sam Kajojo had 10 votes. This is the polling station where Mr. Badimosi cast his vote today. For the other side, I don't know how many votes he got for where he also cast his vote, where Mr. Sam Kajojo cast his vote. For him, he stays down there far. It is very big, very big. Has got more than actually, has got 13 sub-counties. It has got 9 sub-counties and 4 town councils. It's a very big constituency. It's a very big one.
Thank you so much, Crispus. Thank you for the updates from that polling station, where, Chris Badimosi is already having 223 votes for what was counted at the polling station, and his rival, Sam Kajojo, with about 10 votes. We will see what the EC updates us with tomorrow, since the National Tally Center will be open by 9 a.m. We will also move to Ivan Kawa, who is in Zimbabwe for another update.
Thank you so much. My name is Ivan Kawa, and I'm reporting live from Zimbabwe district, where until at this time, the declaration forms are being brought at the Tally Center. As of now, the room is all a little bit busy. The other forms are coming in, they are scrutinizing them, and the returning officer is yet to communicate what they have as of now. Now, the room has quite a number of people who are already in here, and some other candidates are also here to witness this exactly process, while some other candidates were earlier on here, but they had to leave, and the agents are here representing them. Well, when you look at just that table right up there, that's where the returning officers are, and they're trying to put to make some calculations there, really, to see that they give us the temporary results as of now that we are having. There is also a desk just right there on the right. You could see that gentleman in a blue suit also receiving some of the DR forms and scrutinizing them in that regard. Well, this other desk here, you can see Nina Rose is in that black attire, and some of those are some of the people that are here. But in here, we also have the observers who have been so essential to see what exactly is going on. But I am going to be speaking to some of the people here who are having some documents, and they do explain to us what exactly they are having. Mom, can we speak to you a little bit? We are live on ABC. We are seeing you here. What exactly have you come to do? And you can stand and wait. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry. So we are here. What have you come to do here?
Okay. I am Natkunda Alice Mary from Zimbabwe district. We've come here for you to clarify Tuzo Kulabanga tukakasa ebivudde mu kulonda mu district yaffe ya Sembabule. We have 5 constituencies, that is Mawogola South, Mawogola North, Mawogola West, Honorable Wanjira Nakaoya, and we have Mawogola North, and we have Sembabule district, Akaba Woman MP, the whole. Katuze okulabanga tukakasa ebivudde bibiri eno ebiri mu byetubaze okuva eri ba agent. Yes, there are forms that tuzina tutambudde nazo. We have them here. Tuzina. Ku ground, for sure, okusinziira okwawukanako n'obululu bwonna obuwedde emyaka giri emabega kabadde fair, tewabadde buzibu bwonna. Nze gye nnondedde waffe mu Mawogola West tewabaddewo obuzibu bwonna. Katambudde bulungi. Of course, embeeramu obutonotono obusobola okuba nti, but we are secure. Tulina security ebadde ekikolamu.
Thank you so much. Well, that's an update from someone who has been on ground, and it's already clear now that some of the members are here with a DRF forms to scrutinize and compare notes and see that the results that have been brought here are apparently tallying with what the gentlemen up there are doing. Now, this is the brief update as of now. Even journalists are here, camped here, trying to compare some of the notes because they are also being essential in this specific operation right from the areas where they have been. You can see each and everyone here is very busy. Each and everyone is bringing up the list or the information they have, trying to compare notes to see that it synchronizes. As of now, here in Zimbabwe, they have not yet communicated any temporary results as of now. But once they do that, we shall still be giving you that update. Sharon, I hand back to you, and I will keep you posted regarding any development that comes up from Sembabule district.
Ivan Kahwa from Sembabule for the updates. Looks like a long night, but I hope you're covered and ready to weather through the situation until we have everything sorted and the results at the National Tally Center. We continue with our reporters from various places in Uganda, and we have Joseph Odama from Arua City. A very good evening, Joseph. I hope you're doing well. What does the situation look like for now, where you are?
Yes. Good evening, Sharon. Thank you for having me on board. Right now, I'm in Arua district at the Tally Center. The Tally Center is the headquarters for a town council. And if we can flashback in the morning up to 4 p.m., the voting process was very peaceful. But in Arua, we had an isolated case. After the balloting, there was a group of youth that came and they started attacking NRM, the chairperson of the district, together with the NRM flag bearer for parliamentary race in Arua district. The NRM flag bearer for
why was that a walk in the park for the ones that came to attack?
The youth were around because they were suspecting that the NRM flag bearer and also the NRM chairperson, they were jointly, allegedly, concocting the results ahead of the declaration at the Tally Center here. So we thank God that the police was able to swim into action and rescue the 2 people for safety. But consequently, they were dispersed using the tear gas. And right now at the Tally Center, we are peaceful, and the counting process is about to start.
As a journalist, were you able to witness anything like what these youths or the group of young Ugandans think they saw or thought or believed?
Yeah, as far as the rowdy group is concerned, they believe that the NRM chairperson of our district, together with Black Bear NRM for parliamentary race for Vura County, they were like exchanging the results that they're expecting from the polling stations. And it made them to go to NRM office in a place called Odia, and they started like threatening the NRM chairperson together with the parliamentary candidate who is on NRM ticket. And like I said, now immediately after getting the intelligence, the police was able to swing into action to go and rescue these people. They were driven to the police headquarters of Arua district, and that was when now the youth also followed the two people up to the CPS. And in response to that, the police was now used the tear gas to disperse them. But after that, we were able to come to the tally center and witness the arrival of the ballot boxes and so on. Right now, everything has been set. The Electoral Commission officials, together with the agents of the various candidates, are already in the house waiting to see how the tallying process is going to go through. Also, before I came to the tally center, I was able to move from one polling station to the other to understand how the counting at the polling station was happening, especially for the presidential and members of parliament. Indeed, Vura is described as the NRM stronghold in West Nile. And as I was hearing and also noting, the prospect was between the incumbent president of Uganda, that is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and Robert Kyagulanyi. But I can affirm that the number that the president was getting in Vura was absolutely overwhelming. So these are the things that we're getting here. But in terms of the parliamentary race here in Vura, as I was witnessing in some of these polling stations I visited, the contest is between the two people. That is the NRM flag bearer, who is none other than Lenya Charity, and the former member of parliament for Vura County, that is the Argentra Gabriel Arizu, who is also a former minister, state minister of finance and general duties, in charge of general duties in the 10th parliament of Uganda. So we are waiting now the official results from the Electoral Commission after now tallying and confirming that yes, so and so is the one who has gone through, and the others are failing. Actually, we have 6 candidates for parliamentary position here in a Vura constituency. But also in Arua City, the voting process happened peacefully, and we have 6 candidates for Arua Central Division. And this is like also one of the hot spots in West Nile. Arua Central Division is the center for influence actually in West Nile. So people's eyes are towards this electoral area. And the core 3 people are the NRM flag bearer, who is also the incumbent member of parliament, that's Jackson Atima. Then we have SPC candidate, that's the Muzaidi Kamid, and also have an independent candidate called Pierre Ronald. He participated in the NRM primaries, but he failed. So the contest in that area of Arua Central Division is basically between these 2 people. But also, as I was moving before in Arua City before coming to Arua District, presidential level, indeed, the incumbent president of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, was also leading. But we cannot affirm to the fact that is the result which is going to come, unless the Electoral Commission is going to declare. But this is what I witnessed on ground.
Thank you so much, Odama Joseph, reporting from Arua City for the wonderful update. Sounds like a very fruitful day, but with so much happening as well. I pray that you're safe and you're able to weather through as we continue to get results and reports from our reporters who are across the country. Thank you, Odama.
Thank you.
Now, despite having issues like biometric issues with the machines, and also having Uganda and Uganda elections suspended because of what happened, which was a mismatch in the candidates' particulars, Among so many other problems like low turn-ups that have been reported in some places, we managed to still get the first set of preliminary results from the chairperson EC, Justice Simon Byabakama. And of course, I would like to show you what he gave to us nationally, where President Yoweri Museveni, who is the NRM candidate, garnered 14,232 votes, making it a 61.75%. And Chagulani Sentamu from National Unity Platform with a 7,753, which is a 33.64%. And moving on to others, since we have 8 states standing for the position or vying for the position of president of Uganda. Nadala Mafari from the FDC party got 560 votes, rounded up to 2.43%. Magician Montu and the political party 164, 0.71%. And Mubarak Munyagwa from the CMP, 145 votes, 0.63%. I always think about Munyagwa because of the Rusania. And moving on to some more candidates, 3 more, where Frank Bulida, RPP, got 84 votes, making it a 0.36%. And Robert Kasibanje, NPP, with 66 votes, making it a 0.29%. And the last candidate, Joseph Mabidi from the CP party, with 45 votes, making it a 0.20%. Thank you so much for watching. We'll take a short commercial break. Welcome back from short commercial break. We still continue with the updates. And this time around, we have our reporter, Alan Amanyara from Jumani District, Uganda. A very good evening, Alan. Kindly listen.
And right now, I am at the polling station here in Germany, but of course, we are still waiting, just like you're listening or people from the rest of the country. The polling station of Germany has not started receiving the ballot yet. Of course, the elections are still, of course, the elections move on well, but of course, everyone district has county and it has 236 polling stations. So as for now, we are still waiting for the results to come in. And of course, the returning officer, that is the account unit Christine, she's seated right in her position waiting for the results to come in. But right now, we are still waiting. So far, one sub-county has so far brought in a result. But also, from my movement around, I moved in a different sub-counties here in Germany. And of course, in Germany, we have two constituencies, Germany West constituency, and of course, who is led by General Moses Ali, who is an incumbent member of the constitution, and he is also flag bearer for NRM. And of course, he's battling in together with this gentleman by the name of Dr. Patrick, who is carrying the flag of Forum for Democratic Change. But of course, from the results, from the time when we started counting the votes, there is a battle between General Moses Ali. It is not the official from the EC, but of course, this is what we had when I started moving around, of course, around the polling station. And from the other side,
Ali participate in the voting?
sorry?
Did General Moses Ali participate in the voting process?
Yes, he did. Yes, he voted at around, of course, just like the rest of the country, Germany also had issues with the voters' education machine, and of course, it has delayed the election a little bit. And then General Moses Ali casted his vote. It's around, that is the 10:20. That is the time he casted his vote. But of course, apart from that, also in the West, in the East, we have Honorable Mama Witu, who is incumbent, who is carrying independent, starting on the independent. Of course, after he lost the primary to Lumak Enjo and then Black Bearer. But of course, from the criminal reports that we got also from the police station and from police, there is a possibility they feel that maybe Honorable Mama we will still go through, but it's not yet official, and we're still waiting. And for the case of women member of parliament, we have Jessica Ababiko, who is carrying the flag of national resistance movement, and of course the race is also tied for her with Leo Rose, who is independent, and of course we are still waiting here at the polling station. As I said, the polling station, we are all gathered here, media and all other security agencies observers, but we're still waiting. It's only one sub-county that has so far brought in the result.
Wow, very interesting. I understand that biometrics machine has sort of been the issue in so many polling stations. Aside from that, was there anything else that stood out as an issue that was later need delivered?
Not really. A German election was generally peaceful. I did speak to the RDC, that is Mr. Tokosoy, and of course he confirmed to me that the voting went on successfully and nothing much has happened also concerning the social security. And this has clearly indicated that people are actually listening into the messages that the security personnel are saying. And of course, also compared to the previous election, the voters number has risen. That is from the previous election, that is from 2000 election from 2000, that is 2021 2026, and this right now we have 98,542 voters who actually casted their votes today. But just like other cases, I spoke to some of the voter turnout here in Germany has also slightly been low, and of course when I spoke to the voters, they actually attributed it to the failure of the machine, because they said that the majority of the voters stand up in the morning, and of course they came with the hope of casting the vote, but unfortunately when the machine failed, majority of them decided to walk away, and of course voting started a little bit late, that is around 10:30, 10:20 there, and that is the reason why it started. But I don't know for the rest of the parties and other countries, the parts of the country, but here voting went up to around 5 p.m. I don't know the rest of the party in the whole country.
Thank you so much, Alan Amanyara, and Germany District. We appreciate your time and the effort that you've given to us. The EC National Study Center will be open tomorrow by 9 a.m. I believe we'll have more results coming in away from just the first preliminary results. Now, of course, a few highlights from what was at around 10:45 p.m. We had the EC chairperson, Justice Simon Dalakama, update us on the first set of preliminary results where President Yoweri Museveni, the incumbent, garnered 14,232 votes, putting him at a 61.7%, followed by Mr. Chagulani Bobby Wine from the National Unity Platform with 7,753 votes, putting him at 33.64%. We'll have more of that once the National Tally Center in Liwa is open tomorrow by 9 a.m. But that doesn't mean that UBC is closing. No, it's not. I'll have a 24-hour broadcast where we'll keep you updated. We have a panel that will sit in and also help to analyze, because we want you to have verified, accurate information on what has transpired. A few issues that have sort of unsettled the voters today, like the biometric machines, which weren't working. Some places have had a very low turnout for voters. And with the issue of biometric machines, they had to use the National Voters Registrar or voter slips. And for those that have national IDs, they were also used to make sure that people still go ahead to cast their ballots. Areas like Uganda and Chibanda had the elections suspended according to the EC chairperson, Justice Simon Dalakama, due to a mismatch in the candidates' particulars. Now, we also had a few cases of violence in areas like Kenya and Nansana. But security agencies were able to nip this in the bud exactly at the right time. Again, the CDF warned that we should vote and go home, and people have actually adhered to that. We also had the observers who had a different report. We had one of the reporters of the National Tally Center, Judah Nikoma, interview one of them, and he appreciated the fact that Ugandans are able to go and have a free and fair election. Anything more than that on the laws and whether we practice that to the latter, we can discuss later. But for what he said, yes, so Ugandans turn up to vote. There's also been an arrest of 400 Ugandan citizens who are trying to cause commotion, and the security officers said and I guess those will be brought to board. Altogether, Ugandans have maintained peace and calm, and yet again, civically participated in voting for their leaders. The National Tally Center in Buruwa has been closed by tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. 9 a.m. I beg your pardon. We'll be able to continue results and get to have a look at who the president is going to be. At the members of parliament from the different areas that people have cast their ballots, as well as members of parliament. From the team, have a lovely night. My name is Sharon Chomdisha. Thank you so much for being a part of this and for watching UBC TV. We inspire Uganda. We give you verified, accurate information. Keep posted because the podcast still continues. It's a 24-hour.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With mass-carrying heritage advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together.